I'm not special. I've actually had 3 slices of humble pie. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Phoebe Ross. I am an aspiring young adult contemporary author on the traditional publishing path. And I wanted to tell you guys a little bit of real talk about thinking that you're the exception and having a giant slice of humble pie. I've actually had 3 slices of humble pie, and I'm just now looking back on it and realizing, oh my God, I didn't even realize, I didn't put 2 and 2 together that I was the culprit of one of these big fat no's. So let's talk about it. Number 1, I queried my novel at 8,500 words, higher than the ceiling for young adult contemporary. I knew the ceiling, and I justified it by looking at Angie Thomas's The Hate U Give, which had over 1,000 words. 100,000 words. And I said, that was her debut novel, and it was incredible. Surely I could run and query with 88,000. It's substantially lower than hers. Well, that was her edited, completed, sold, published book. She probably did not query or sell the book at such a high word count. There's no way to know. However, I know that I am not the exception there. I had sent my incredibly high word count draft to, I probably queried 15 agents before I put 2 and 2 together that a lot of the form rejections were probably because that's the first red flag. I'm not special. So I was able to pause the querying process for the first time, cut out 8,000 words, and I was able to get it back down into the range. And then, like magic, I started to get a couple requests here and there. So that's the first reason I had to pause querying, and I had wasted about 15 relationships with agents I could have built. The second mistake I made, and this is really honestly the doozy, is I've been trying to justify for 2 years that young adult and new adult could be together, that new adult should be young adult because my story's special and I want my college characters to have a chance, and it's not fair. It's not a romance, and so I wrote the entire story and committed to making them college students even though literally everyone told me not to. I fought tooth and nail to keep my college students in college. I aged them from 21 down to 18 and said, yeah, we're in the 16 to 18 range. We're ready to go. And I queried that way. And yeah, I finally got an agent that straight up said, sis, you got to age them down. I mean, my setting was literally at a high school. I should have known better. There may be times when the right agent can work with you or the right editor knows. And in the independent publishing side, totally not as big of a deal. But I understand that Barnes & Noble doesn't have a college student shelf. And you gotta play by the rules or else you're gonna get 30 queries in and have a bunch of rejections say, you are just too old and you're no longer worth my time. So thank God for the agent that called me out and said, baby, just age them down. And all the other agents that had fulls agreed that I need to age them down, and I'm not the exception to the rule, and I should have listened to what the industry was saying because I wasted so much time. Yes, and then the third thing that I should have done that I honestly, I thought I was the girl that could write an incredible story without reading books in her genre. I leaned into 2 contemporary books. The Hate U Give and Dear Martin. And I told myself those 2 books are just absolutely phenomenal. I'll just study them. And I didn't read any of the other wonderful books in my genre. But now here I am. I've read at least 6 more young adult contemporary books that have been recently released. And every single book, my story improves at least 10%. At least one thing improves. I could have been doing that my whole life. But I thought I could be the girl that didn't have to read a lot. I really did. Foolish. Because I'm about to go back into the Quarry Trenches with this version, and I'm trying to read as many books as I can, quick lickety split, because I know they're going to increase my quality of writing so much more than I appreciated. I'm just saying, read the books. You have time, make the time. Because I was thinking about it, all my favorite authors, it's so funny, they blurb each other's books all the time, and they hype each other up, and they have to be on panels with one another, and they have to have read each other's books. They have to read books in their category as well, while they write their books on a deadline. So if I were to sell and fast forward, a year or 2 years, I need to have read the books that my friends are coming out with, because I need to be able to talk about them, pump them up, and stay relevant. So you gotta learn how to read and write at the same time. If not for your craft, do it for your future. Otherwise, you will flounder on the very first panel you ever sit on. And I don't want that to be me. So that's it. That is 3 times when I thought on my high horse that I was the exception. Now, if you will excuse me, I have some humble pie to go eat. Thank you for watching, you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe.